Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. If you are new, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. This will be episode 9 of the Little Golden Book series. So I'll start off by saying I genuinely hope that this will be like the last episode of building the journal. I'm hoping that episode 10 will essentially be like the final flip through of this Winnie the Pooh journal. I've had a really great time working on it. I spent some time this afternoon getting rid of the white space in the journal. The kids decided they wanted to watch a movie instead of playing board games, and my husband's in the basement organizing his stuff, so it freed me up this afternoon to continue to work on this, which I have to say my husband's being a love about me getting this done. So I really appreciate his patience and understanding and support, to be perfectly honest, because I was really concerned about how he would feel with me filming and doing the YouTube videos and, you know, my own insecurities. Is it stupid? Am I wasting my time? Is what I'm making worth filming and sharing, and you know, all those things? And I do feel like I do a nice job with my creations, and I do feel like I make a nice product in the end. My insecurity lies in, is it good enough to share, and is it something that other people would want to see? So for those of you who have given me such wonderful feedback via comments on the videos themselves, or private messages, or text messages, as some of you are actually my personal friends, I really, really, really appreciate it. I cannot express enough how much I appreciate it. And thank you so much. And just to lighten it a little bit, I appreciate the text messages and messages over the Pooh Pockets, because apparently that made a few of you giggle. So thank you for that. Now let's get started. The 44-minute video that we did last time, episode 8, actually took right at about 2 hours to load and finish and everything. So it was about what I expected, and also good to know. So I really want to try to keep it under that time frame. My husband says he can like find a bullhorn or a foghorn and blow it if I need to as an alarm. And I said, no, I'm good. Okay, let's get started. Okay. So we already know we have the cover built, and some of this I've already done with you. So I just wanted to share, you know, I did, some was just real soft colors. Some were some brighter colors. It was great to have the time off screen to be able to just ink and stamp and stencil. My husband's so cute. He says, your stamp isn't like completely on there. And I said, it's okay. He goes, yeah, but you're leaving space that's not stamped. And I said, it's okay. But why would you do that? Like right here. I'm like, it's okay. The main thing is just to darken, take away so much stark white. So he was cute. He was really cute. Because he was standing here with me earlier while I was finishing doing the white space part. Okay, so now what I want to do is show you, for the most part, I did take out a couple of things that I had in here, but I already said that in the last video I was going to, as far as, you know, a pocket, the envelope thing, just to kind of reduce bulk, and it looks like it was a good choice. We're still wanting to, we still have a slope, so this is good, because I think as we put tags and stuff in here, we're going to build that up a little bit, but still don't want it to be so full that the next person, or the person who gets to enjoy this journal, doesn't feel like they can put their own touch on it, because it's going to be too bulky. So with that having been said, let's see what we have pieces wise that we can start putting in here and enjoying. Okay. All right. So some of these, like I had said, are just some plain pieces that I am going to put in here. I'm not going to embellish every single tag that goes in this journal. I just don't feel like I have the time to do that, or that that's the right thing to do, again, for that next person who might get the journal. So I like the colors of this, and it's tall. So I'm just gonna slide this in there. And we've got, oh yeah, because that trim ties in and matches. So we have something in there. And then here, I'm thinking I'm going to take this out and just slide it in here. This is the foil off of this particular book, and set that bag aside. And then we need just a little bit of something in that pocket. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys, I have these couple pieces of sewn paper to make a little ruffle, so we may find a place to stick those on for embellishment, but that's in a little while. That's not right now. Not right now. And we have this. You can just tuck it in, right? I don't like that. I don't like that one there. Do I like that one? Just gonna give us a little bit of extra space here. That's a belly band. Let's see. Just a little piece there. Just digging through my pile there to see what we've got. Moving on. Okay, we have this pocket. You know what I was gonna do and I didn't do, but that's okay. We can still do it. We can totally still do it. I have here on the side, this is what I'm digging through. Apologies. These are some acrylic jelly plate pages I made, and I thought they would be fun for tags. Some nice bright colors that won't add too much bulk. We'll just back them with some coffee dyed paper or dyed paper, and it won't add too much bulk to the journal. And it'll give us some bases that maybe we can put, you know, a butterfly or a Tim Holtz person on, or something like that. And I have this, which is two kids playing blindfold out of a dictionary that I thought might be kind of a cute little card. We'll back it and maybe just cover some of these and just put a little something here. So, just some thoughts, random thoughts. This is a piece of cardstock that I've dyed, so we can also collage on this and make a tag. So, lots of ideas here. I'm just in the beginning stages of thinking. This is a pretty bright page, so I think I really want to go with something more neutral here. Maybe a music paper tag and card back here. So let's see, I'll put one of these back here because all those tie together, and then let's do something with this page here. And I've already got it backed, so I don't need to back it. Okay, so let's just see what we want to put on there. And I do apologize, I was tapping my fingernails in the last video, and I'm sure that that irritated some of you, and I'm sorry. Let's see. We don't need to have anything that's too crazy, do we? We can just do like a simple flower there. Ew, or even, no, I don't want to cover all my music. I love the music. I think you guys know that by now. I did tell myself I need to stop saying guys, because I'm self-conscious of saying that, and I don't want to keep apologizing for it. And I did tell myself to stop apologizing, that I should just be myself, and hopefully you guys will appreciate that and appreciate me with my quirky sense of humor and stay on the ride with me. I know I'm off screen. I'm sorry. I'm digging through these are out of a book, and I've used quite a few of these that I Oh, that could be torn down. Anyway, I need to stop apologizing, right? Because if you're watching me, I'm assuming that you like what you're seeing, and you don't mind my crazy train, so maybe you're riding shotgun with me driving it, right? So I need to just stop apologizing and just accept the fact that I am who I am, and that if you're here with me, you probably appreciate my quirkiness. So thank you. I think I like that, but we need something to go with it. Stop it. I have some really cool let's see. I have some already torn up. This is just a vintage dictionary that I have, so let's see what we can. I do try to, okay, I'll be right back. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I think I abruptly stopped in the middle of my sentence. I apologize. My husband texted me and I had to go deal with something. So I'm sorry. I don't even know where I was. I'm a little rattled right now. That's okay. You know, I always tell my son, when I gave birth to you, you did not come with an instruction manual. And I'm doing the best that I can. And I need him to cooperate and do the best he can. So that's where we're at. Okay, so I'm doing this tag. It's some music paper that I have backed with, I sprayed it with the Iced Spruce Distress Oxide Spray. And I think I'm just going to make this a tag shape. You know, if you have the tag punch board, you could use that for this. I have seen people cut, which actually is a really good idea because then you don't have to fuss with this part of it. I've seen them take like an old shopping cart or something and cut the shapes on like all four corners of the card, you know, and then all they have to do is just flip it or whatever, and then they have consistency with that. So that's kind of a cool idea too. So you can do really whatever you want. So I had torn out this piece of dictionary page here, and I like this flower, but I'm thinking that's just not enough. We need a little bit more. And I have this digital, and please don't ask me where it's from, because I don't know. I think this might be from... Actually, I think it's from Antique Papery. I think it's from the Black Friday kit or Black Friday sale that she had. I that's what I want to say, but I really am not sure. I know I got some beautiful digis from her, and I don't typically buy digis, but my friend sent me a link and said she has a bee digi on sale. So of course I went to go look, and not only did I buy the bee one, I bought a few others as well. So it was really a nice sale that she had, and her digitals are really pretty. I prefer to just find true ephemera, and so I do use a mix. Like when I'm making gifts, I definitely use a mix. When I'm doing my own, I guess I do a mix as well. But of course, for my own journals, I'm more apt to use pieces that I'm hoarding for my own, because they're still in my possession. I'm not letting them go. Which I have to stop doing. It's all about sharing, which I do share. I don't want that to sound like I don't share treasures that I find, because I totally love to share. I think that's what makes our collections grow and gives us such a variety to choose from in our stash. And that's part of the reason I love swapping so much, is because it gives me such a variety in my stash, things that I can't find, and maybe I have something somebody else can't find. And so I just really enjoy that aspect of doing swaps and trades and things like that. So yeah. So I like this little piece of like ledger page, and I like the word sticking out there. And since this flower I cut out, it was like part of another flower, I'm just going to cover that sort of like that. But I think we need some dimension, and this background is pretty stark compared to the rest. So let's get our brush out. Where is it? Okay, my brown brush here. And this tie is driving me crazy. Just gonna darken that just a little bit and knock back some of that bright white. I don't mind that it's a lighter color. It's not the good aged caramel color, but we're gonna get a little bit of that from the dictionary page. Okay. So that's just knocking that bright white back for us. Okay. I did have a question where I got these brushes that I use, and I have 3 different sizes. Let me address that really quickly while I have this out, because I'm so terrible about, somebody will ask me a question and I'll say, oh, I'll answer in the video, and then I forget. So it comes in these 3 sizes. Oops. This one's really hard for me to hold on to because of the shape. So, can you see that? Am I even on screen? Okay. See those? Okay. So, these, and I have enough for the rainbow, and I've taken baker's twine and marked my colors so that I don't contaminate my inks. These are makeup contour brushes from Dollar Tree. So I don't see them in every Dollar Tree. I've gone to multiple Dollar Trees to get enough brushes for the number of them that I wanted. So you may have to go to a few different Dollar Trees in your area, or just check back as they restock things, because you know, if you frequent Dollar Tree, you know that what they have in stock oftentimes changes. So just know that. Okay. Now this video is going to get entirely too long if I sit and make all of these tags on video. So I don't intend to make them all on video, but I just want to make a few. I love this lace. I just want to make a few. That's too thick for under that. So that way we can just kind of talk about, you can kind of see my process. I'm kind of collaging. I'll be the first one to tell you that collaging is not my strong suit. I think I have said that before. It's something that I'm working on getting better at. And I don't know why it challenges me so, but it really does challenge me. So let's see what. Do I like this on here? Oh, I do kind of like that for a little bit of texture under that number. And maybe a little bit of, this is going to go in a pocket, so I don't want it real thick. I really want to keep it small, and remember that we have the bulkiness of the journal itself that we are trying to be mindful of. So we got to be mindful of that and be aware. Oh, I could do that upside down in that text. Would be kind of cool. Behind there. Or I could just do it like that and let it show. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm not talking out loud. Thinking. This is some fabric my friend sent me, and it's millennium fabric, and it says 2000 all over it. But then I like where it says it in different languages, because I don't think it's obvious that the fabric's from 2000. But I guess technically, does that make it vintage that it's from 2000? I mean, it's 21-year-old fabric. Oh my gosh. I remember, some of you may not be old enough to remember this. I remember when everybody thought that everything was going to shut down and the world was going to end because computers wouldn't understand 2000, because everything was set up and designed to say 19. And of course, when we turned into 1900, everything was handwritten, and so we didn't have to worry about the digital age. So it was just a really interesting, I mean, I'm aging myself that I remember that, but I'm actually okay with that, because I just feel like I'm very blessed with the life that I currently have, and I'm glad that I've seen the things that I've seen and lived through the things that I've lived through. It's made me who I am today. And there's nothing wrong with who I am today. So I'm grateful for that. All right, now, always a challenge for me is putting things back down the way that I had it. And I'm filming with my phone. So often I'll take pictures of a collage so that I know what I had decided to lay down, and then I know how to put it back on the card. So by filming with my phone, that kind of poses a challenge for me, but that's okay. I'm gonna go with faith that I'm going to put it back down the way that I had it. And I'm just using my glue stick. I think I might be off screen for that, and I apologize. Again, I'm using this book that has inappropriate text on it, so I do try to at least keep it upside down and off screen, because it's very offensive. And I have not read it. I refuse to read this book, as a matter of fact. And the only reason I bought the book is because it had a really pretty cover on it, and I really wanted the cover and to make into an altered book, because the cover is a really pretty blue. Otherwise, I would never have bought this book, ever. I don't like the author. I find the author to be completely offensive and inappropriate, and would never support this person. But this person's book was actually at a library stand early on in the closure of everything, and so they had a free book stand out, and I went up for that, and my friend told me that they had seeds in it as well, like gardening seeds. So I went for those things, and then I saw the color of the cover, and I was like, oh, that's gorgeous, and it was free. So I took it, and I'm using the book pages for glue pages. I'm not wasting. And yeah, so I'm using it. I'm not wasting it. But the author of the book is somebody who I have a moral issue with. So anyway, that's my personal rant. Is that kind of a rant? I don't know if that's really a rant, but all right. I'm using my Crop-A-Dile, and I'm just going to put a hole there. And I want to find some trim to go with this. This is the first bag I grabbed, and you literally don't want to see my mess of trim. It is. It's a mess. I'm in the process of rewrapping my trim so I can be a little better organized with it, but it is a daunting task, especially like this is a bag of stuff that I had gotten off of either Etsy or eBay. I'm not sure, because I wanted to get a variety of trims without having huge huge bulk of it. And so I bought it, and it all came kind of in this bag and these rubber bands, and I've left it like that. But I have a hard time when I'm looking for a specific color. I genuinely find that I spend more time looking for things than I do actually creating, which is frustrating for me. So I'm trying to get my stuff better organized and situated. And my husband's like, why do you have all of that stuff? Do you need all of that stuff? And I'm like, yeah, actually I do, because it's all the different colors and varieties, and I love it. So I like that. Hopefully we're not too heavy with the bottom, with everything. I didn't center it very well, but I feel like that's going to be okay. And I don't want to bore you with inking things. But I do like to just kind of share the process here. And I just ran out of ink in my printer, colored ink, because I went on another printing frenzy. And I just found a whole pile of things that I knew I'd printed but didn't remember where I put them. And I was like, no wonder I'm out of ink. So I had to order more ink, and I'm waiting on it to come in. I had to order it from Amazon, though, because I bought it from a major box store at Christmas. That's not the right color, but it's kind of pretty. What about if it? No. Anyway. And, but I had to order it off Amazon because box store didn't have it in stock, so I was pretty bummed. But it was about the same price, so okay. So that'll just slide down in there. Oh, I'm glad I didn't actually put bling on that, because it's not gonna fit. But that flower poked out of there is pretty cute, I think. Okay, so I'll be back. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do next. Okay, so now that one's kind of boring. I'm gonna come back to that. That's really colorful, but it's got a handmade piece in there, so I like that. Nothing there, nothing there. And now we have this pocket. And I didn't put a divot here because I didn't want to divot out his little tushy. So we have this collaged piece that I made. Now let's see what we can do with it. What about see, we just did a red flower. What about a bird? Do I have birds cut? I know I do have some birds cut. Those are going to be too... Oh, he might... Is he too big? No, he's too big, but he's pretty. Okay, let's see what we've got that's smaller and a little vibrant. This is an ephemera folio that I made. Gail Augustinelli has this on her YouTube channel. This is her design, and it was called, oh, what was it? Something about the Bumbling Crafter was in the title. Bumbling Crafter is in the title of that video. Oh, he's pretty. It's really pretty. Oh, really, really pretty. So anyway, something about the Bumbling Crafter was in the title. So if you go to her channel and search for that, I know. Oh, he's pretty too. Oh, and he's orange. You should be able to find it. And her process for making it is really easy. I mean, I followed it, so it couldn't have been that hard. But it's very, very handy. I have three of those that I've made. Plus I have a couple of paperbacks actually that I altered. They were falling apart because I read like paperbacks at the beach and stuff, and the sun is really, really hard on them. So I chose, and rather than just throw them away, oh, now what about that? Rather than just throw them away, or throw them in recycle rather, because that's what I would have done. I went ahead and altered them and made them into ephemera holders. So very handy to have. And I'm trying to get better organized with my ephemera because I'm forever searching for things. I don't know if you could really tell that I don't know where anything is, but you know, whatever. Okay. So I have him, and I really, really, really like that. But that's not quite enough. So let me figure out. So this is green. I don't know about this blue with him. But if I... No, but I really like this bird. These are all pockets, so I don't have a bigger... Oh, I know where this came from. My collage book. Oh, but the back of that's not backed. Is this one backed? Yeah. That one's backed. Oh, better without the blue, I think. Yeah, better without the blue. Okay, so let's do, and it's already backed, which I really like. So let's do a... Four, 5, 6. Oops. So sorry. I just totally whacked the phone holder with my paper cutter. I just don't like that blue with him. But I love this. Oh, yes. And did I wrap green trim? Hang on. Okay. I got this bird, and I really like this bird. And I'm looking at it here, and I found, you know, this sewn piece of paper that I sewed on my sewing machine. It's just a scrap of paper that I used in the book, and I folded it and I stitched it. So I think I'm going to use that like a tab. And I have the bird, and I was looking at different options. I have like this white curtain that I love the texture, but I think that white is not going to be the right thing, and that's just a magazine cutout. So I want to be real cognizant of what is going to happen under him when I glue. Let's see. Then I have this, which I really like, and I think if I have the flower up there, kind of, or even just the bottom half here to really expose. So he's got some, what do we think? Or if I just glue the bird to the green and then I fussy cut around him and give him a little bit more of a background. I think I like that. Let's do that. All right, so I'm gonna glue the bird to my paper and try to not waste, because this is, I don't know what this is. I don't even know where I got it, but the texture is amazing. So I'm going to glue him down and fussy cut around him, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so I got that glued and backed and cut out, and so I'm just kind of going through. I forgot I have this little bin of some little pieces that I have taken some glossy accents to, and I found a die cut, a couple die cuts that I did, some Tim Holtz die cuts, butterflies, oh, some numbers. Oh, I cut another one out, didn't even need to. Okay, anyway, so I just found a few pieces here. So let's see what we can do. let's see what we can do. Okay, let me stop saying okay. I'm trying to formulate my thoughts. I had found this piece, and I kind of like the green to go with the bird. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Okay. I feel like I'm glaring really bad with the light, but it's gloomy again, and I need the light. I can't see what I'm doing. So I have those. Okay. So first I said, you know, I like this up here, but I may change my mind. Kind of put a label there, and I didn't really like it. Oh, I didn't try it like that. That's not so bad. So there's that. I kind of like the contrast of the black number. I did like stick the label up here, which I kind of like. And then I had this from a fall tag that I had cut and had left over because I didn't use it. Just for some dimension there, but I didn't know if that's too much or too busy, or take that out altogether. But then I think that's just lost up there. I have this, which I like the connection of the greens and everything. You don't really want to cover the bird too much. You know, I like the bird. Oh, what about that? Again, I don't want it to be too bulky. Where did my little black number go? Oh, I kind of like that. I still feel like I'm heavy, though, on the bottom, and that's got to go in the pocket. Maybe this bird is just not what I need to use on this, but I do like him. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what I've seen people do. I'm gonna try this. I'm just gonna tack him down. I'm not gonna totally glue him down, but that's gonna hold him in place for me for now, and then I can see where he's gonna be. Okay, and then, ooh. Wait a minute, I kind of like that. I kind of like that there. And I still want to use this. I know I'm not talking. Sorry. I'm thinking. Don't think, right? Don't think. Or don't overthink. Stop overthinking. Ooh, what about a mushroom? Let's see. Do I have a mushroom? I do have a mushroom. I don't actually generally think I like these, so it would be nice to find a way to use a mushroom. And I could still put this, maybe, or maybe not. Ooh, maybe tie it all together. No. Alright, maybe not. Maybe that's too many mushrooms, huh? Alright. Got a kid coming, hang on. I said it was a kid coming. It was my husband. Same difference, right? I love my husband. Don't get me wrong. He's a good guy. I'll keep him. I'll keep him. Okay. I think I got it. I was struggling with it, and then he walked in, and I said, "Hey, will you give me your opinion?" And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, I got it. Never mind." So, what I want to do is tack this like as it sets as much as I can, so I can keep the confirmation here of what I did. So you guys are probably like, what did you do? But I like it. So hopefully you will too. Some of these are printed just on regular, like these are the ticket number, and this is just printed on regular coffee paper. And this mushroom is a Tim Holtz mushroom. And I'm not huge on mushrooms generally, but I really like the feel of the mushroom with the bird and just kind of the theme here. So I really like it a lot, actually. So I'm happy with that. And all the colors flow real nicely as well. And then I had this is a Tim Holtz die. I'm not sure which one this actually is, though, like what it's called. I need to just take some time and cut some dies out, because I got some new label dies, and I got some new greenery dies for Christmas, or like this, you know, for Christmas, and I really want to cut some more. I just don't tend to take the time to do it because there's other things I want to do. I mean, come on. I keep leaving my baby wipe open. My baby wipe container open, and I'm going to be mad if I leave it open all night again. I did the other day. Fortunately, I had one actually stuck in the top, because that's what I do with them, to just use them till they're no longer usable, because they're not inexpensive. And so luckily they didn't dry out, but I'm afraid that it's going to do that to me one of these days because I keep leaving it open. So I have to stop doing that. Okay, so now we have this little cluster, which I'm really, really liking. And I don't have a laser printer, I have an inkjet, so I do have to be careful of what I do with the things that I print, because the ink will move. And if you don't know what that means, it means that my ink will bleed. It'll look like I spilled water on it, which is really not what we're going for. Not what we're going for at all. Because this is, I did use just tacky glue to hold that down when I did it, but now I'm just going back around. This is ending up being quite a textural piece here, and I'm just getting up in there with my fine tip. I don't know if you can see that or not. Getting up in there with the fine tip. Just making sure we have a good bit of glue. I want to make sure everything is glued down as well as possible. I don't want anything lifting, because that would certainly be a bummer, wouldn't it? Okay. I do like the fine tip on this, and I have seen, if you know where or what I would actually search. I know that G. Kerr has the tiniest little bottle and this really nice fine tip on it for her glue that she fills with, you know, whatever glue. And it's fantastic and I love it, and I would love to have one of those because it's a fine tip, and a lot of times we end up using so much more glue than what we actually need, and it's wasteful. And especially like the better glues, like any of the Beacon glues or the Art Glitter glue, they're not cheap, and I don't want to feel like I'm wasting glue. So if you know like what the keyword is on searching for those, please let me know. I'd like to get my hands on a couple of those. Like what I have, this is my 3-in-1, and this is a Dollar Tree bottle. This came 2 in a set for $1, and I actually really like this because this tip ends up acting almost like a roller ball, but it's not a fine tip, and that's where I'm really would like to find some finer tip ones for some of the finer work, or even like the die cuts, and being able to glue like the viney part down real well, without having it ooze out everywhere, because sometimes the oozing is just as much of a mess as as anything. I'd almost rather waste the glue. The oozing kills me, just like that, especially with the Art Glitter glue, because oh, you know what? I have family that live in Cottonwood, so I ought to see if I can do an order, because I know we're going to be in contact with some family soon, and maybe I'll be able to get some glue. I don't know how that works, if they do that or not. Uh-oh. You know what's happening? My little pin thingy, I'm already bending it. I'm so rough on stuff. I'm a brute. Not really. I always tease my husband and tell him he's a bull in a china shop. And I call him Bull lovingly. I'm like, hey, Bull. But he's a big guy. He's my big love. I just love him. He's so good to me. I'll keep him. I always tell people that I'm so blessed with the love that we have for one another, and I'm so grateful that we have one another, and even in hard times, and we've had some, there's nobody in the world I'd rather be sharing it with than him. Stinker that he is and all. And he is a stinker. And it runs in the family. All the boys have the same stinker humor that Dad does. Okay, so I was going to put that on there as a pull, but I think that might be too much. So let's see what we can do. Oh, what about just even a little bit of muslin there? I kind of like that. It's simple. Simple, simple. Just gonna knock back the brightness a little bit. I have to take a minute here and put things away. I'm doing what I do and not putting anything away. It's like all right here. All right. All right. I do want to use that little piece that I sewed. It's really cute. So we'll find something to use that on. Oh, I didn't ink the back of this, did I? It's alright, we will. And I go through and I check everything to make sure like all the little bits and pieces are down and glued, and we don't have any loose edges, because we definitely don't want any loose edges. Oh, I really like that. Tell me, wait, do you like the bird? Here we go. Do we like the bird? This is why I wasn't going to do a lot of embellishing for pieces for this, because I just take forever to make pieces. And I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love making pieces, but when we go to share our creations, sometimes people don't appreciate the time that it takes to make them. And so sometimes it's almost like, is it worth it? But, oh, that's a pretty piece. Is that glare bad? No, I guess it's not. It's really bad for me, but maybe not so much for you guys. For you viewers. Bad word, Jody, bad word. Okay, so I still left that there. I'm still undecided on what I want to do with that. So I'm just going to keep moving on to the next. Oh, I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Do we have anything made already that we could use? Not really. Let's see. So not everything has to be super embellished, I think. I mean, we could do, I really like the colors in that. I may cut that down. Ooh, that's another good one. Oh, here. This is cute. Okay, moving on. I may put a little piece of trim across there or something. We'll see. Okay, and this is, oh, well, you know what? Let's do something different. Let's do hello here. And let's do, yeah, that there. I keep putting that up. I need to stop putting it up. I gotta tell you. So I had got a Hobby Lobby gift card for Christmas, and I knew I wanted some inks, but I didn't really know like what colors that I actually wanted. And then Tim Holtz stuff was on sale at Hobby Lobby, and I was like, oh gosh. And I have a list of inks, which I actually need to update because I don't have it current, especially now, but I didn't have it with me anyway. And so I was like, oh my goodness. And they had that Twisted Citron. I hadn't played with it. I got Tumble Glass, Twisted Citron, and the Spun Sugar as the colors that I added to my stash. My new colors that I bought. Plus a few other things I bought. Anyway, I had not used the Twisted Citron yet. I literally just opened it to do a page in the journal, and oh my gosh, the green is so springy and fun and fantastic. I was really excited when I opened it and used it. Like, I opened it and I said, oh my gosh, that's gonna be a neon color, and it's not so bad. I really like it. So when I get to that page where I used it, I'll totally show you and say, oh, look, this is the one, because it's just fantastic. It's just a really fun color. Oh, look at these boys. They're fun. These brothers. Let's see. Oh, he's off. Oh, he's with his little sister. I kind of want to do a kid. This is, you know, this little journal. Let's see. Do I want to do one of them? You know, I may just leave that card. That card itself is really pretty. So what if we just do. You don't want me to sing. I can assure you of that. Although I used to sing karaoke a lot, like with my brother. Many, many, many moons ago. Well, and my mom and stepdad too, I guess, but that's not gonna lay right. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm gonna leave this relatively simple, but I just wanted a little bit of trim to go across there, and this is white. It's not an antique color, so now it is. I'm gonna take this over to my sewing machine, and I'm just going to stitch around that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I like it. And I'm going to leave those on there because I like texture, and maybe the person who receives this might like texture. And I like that. You could put your favorite quote on there. Oh, you know what? Just kidding. I may not leave that. What did I do with it? Oh, I was stamping images on this napkin the other day. Oh, wow. I have, that one's, oh, I like that. Yep. So anyway, yeah, I used to sing karaoke a lot, like with my brother and my cousin, when I got home from the Navy. And then and then I went to live with my mom and my stepdad for a little while, and he has got the most beautiful voice. He's got an amazing voice, and he had a karaoke machine, and so we used to sit up and have a couple of adult beverages and sing karaoke, and it was always a fun time. Had a really nice time. Those are good memories. We don't live near to one another anymore, so we don't get to do that, but that's okay. Maybe someday again we'll have the opportunity. I lost my glue stick. I'm telling you, if you saw my desk, you would probably ask me if my brain was buried under here somewhere. I have to get another glue stick. Hang on. Anyway, so I'm hoping that sometime soon we'll get to travel and enjoy those things again. I don't know if he still has his karaoke machine or not, but I guess we'll find out this summer, because I know we're going to see them this summer, which will be nice because I haven't seen my mom in a couple years and have not seen him in well, longer than I've seen my mom, we'll just say that. So it'll be nice to visit and see them for a few days. We're planning on kind of making the rounds this summer. That's nice and simple. I like that. Planning on making the rounds this summer and seeing some family that we haven't seen in quite a while, so that'll be really nice. I'm looking forward to that. You know, the older I get, the more important family is to me. And you can never get back time that you've lost. So I think it's important to make the best of what you have. And even though sometimes those relationships might be strained, you never want to look back someday and have regrets. I have plenty of regrets about decisions I've made in my life. And now I'm a little bit older, and I tell myself that I can't look at them as regrets. I have to just look at them as opportunities to learn what I can from that situation, whether I'm at fault or whether someone else is at fault. Those are situations in life that have molded me and made me who I am. And I know I said already in another video that, you know, I'm okay with the person that I've grown up to be, and I'm pretty happy with who I am. I'm always striving to grow and be better and do better, and I want to be a person that I can be proud to be and know that I try to do the right things for people. So there's that. Not to be all deep. We don't need to be all deep, do we? We're here for crafting. Okay. I feel like I took some pockets out of there somewhere, and I don't know what I did with them, so I'll have to kind of figure that out. Somebody asked me, or somebody, was Rachel, I think it was you, said about the zippity-doo-dah that I did too short, and yes, I do plan to actually use it for a belly band. It is too short to use it, where did I do with all those pieces? There they are. It's too short to use it just as a belly band on this, but I do have a plan for how to fix it, and I do plan to fix it. So, I just don't know if it'll end up in this journal or in the next Winnie the Pooh journal that I make. So, I don't know that yet. Okay, I'm just going to gently ink around this and call this one done. This was some of those napkin pieces that I made. And I'm just going to stick that in there. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. The bird with the bird is kind of unintentional, but I do like that together.